Welcome back. Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump taking aim at the Republican National Committee. Watch this.
The RNC better get its act together. Because, you know, I signed a pledge, but the pledge isn't being honored by them. I signed a pledge. The pledge isn't being honored by the RNC.
Joining us right now on the phone is Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump. Welcome, Mr. Trump. Good to talk with you. Thanks so much for spending the time.
Good morning, Maria.
So, can you explain this for us? Does this mean you are again considering a third-party run?
No, it's just that I'm very upset with the RNC because every single time we have a debate, they have it stacked with special interests and donors and lobbyists, and the rooms are all stacked. And as you know, I'm self-funding my campaign, totally self-funding my campaign, other than the little contributions sent in by people who love us, which we take, which frankly is more expensive to send them back. But I'm self-funding my campaign. I'm not taking special interest money. I'm not taking lobbyist money. I'm not taking any of that money. And the room was stacked with those people. So even though Jeb Bush is dying in the polls, I mean, it's over for him. You know, he walks into the room, everybody gives him a standing ovation, like this tremendous ovation. Same thing with Marco Rubio. Those were the two, frankly, that, you know, they had all their donors there. The donors that totally controlled them.
I see. So in other words, that's why you think that there was some booze there for a little while and the standing ovation?
That's the only reason.
Because you think the whole place was stacked with lobbyists. That's why you're upset.
Well, I'm at 40%, and Jeb Bush is at like 6%, and he gets a massive applause, and I'm standing there. Now, you have to understand, you know, many of those people are people that are on your show. I know those people. Some are friends of mine. So they're booing, and they're screaming for Jeb, and they're waving to me and smiling and laughing. You know, the thing's a joke, okay?
Wow.
And I'm laughing at them because I get it. I understand it.
I understand.
But they have total control over these guys, and it's a disgrace. And that's one of the problems with the country. I mean, we have lobbyists and special interests. They control the politicians, and that's why we have so many defects that people understand. Why don't they get fixed?
Yeah, I want to tell you what Jeb Bush just said because he was on the show right before you. But before that, let me ask you, what about all of this mudslinging, Donald? Because remember what happened when it was President Obama and Mitt Romney? There was so much mudslinging amongst the party within the GOP that people just really got, you know, they got turned off. So do you worry that all of these attacks, as we, you know, hone in on the end here, going into the next several primaries, that people are just going to get turned off with the whole GOP?
No, I don't really. It's sort of interesting. We have double and triple the audience that the Democrats have for the debates. I wonder if I have anything to do with that. You'd know better.
I think you do. Absolutely.
You were a great moderator, okay? But if I wasn't in, I wonder what your ratings would be. There'd be nothing. But frankly, I don't think so. I think what happens is somebody's going to emerge. Hopefully it's going to be me. It's Make America Great Again. And somebody's going to emerge, and you go on and you fight probably Hillary because she's being protected by the Democrats, so she'll probably get through this email tremendously big problem. I mean, for anybody else, they'd be in jail already.
Well, she's already got lots of super delegates. And did you see that video of her barking like a dog?
Yeah, it was a little strange. You know, if I did it, they'd say it's not presidential. If she does it, they say it's fine. Isn't it wonderful? But, you know, it's one of those things. But I just saw that. It's not a pretty picture.
All right. Well, look, we just had Governor Jeb Bush on, okay? He took a shot at your conservatism earlier in the program. Listen to this. I want to get your reaction.
Donald Trump is not a conservative, and he doesn't have a steadiness necessary to be president. He gets unhinged pretty quick. You can get under his skin, and then he kind of loses it. Sounded more like Michael Moore last Saturday than a candidate for the Republican nomination.
There you go.
Well, it's so sad that somebody can speak like that. Every single online poll, from Drudge to Time Magazine, had me winning the debate easily. I think I did win it easily. Jeb is, you know, he's a lightweight kind of a guy. It's not going to happen for him. And he's embarrassed. He's ashamed to use his last name. And yet now that he's losing so badly, he starts bringing in his mother and his brother and everything else, and that's fine. Yeah. But, you know, he makes these statements and these attacks. He spent $20 million on negative ads on me. Somebody said, why do you hit him? He's so low in the polls. I said, because he spends $20 million on negative ads on me. No, I'm actually the most steady of the group. If you look at my record, and you know better than anybody what I've built. I've built a great company with very little debt, great cash flow. People are amazed when I put in the numbers when I filed my statements.